So I've been craving barbecue, but I only have this $8 pack of spare ribs. These are super cheap, but with a smoker, I can make these into smoky, tender ribs. As you can see, I don't have a smoker. I have a gas grill. So, can I improve $8 spare ribs with an improvised gas grill smoker? Let's kick it off. Alright, so to prep the ribs, I'm taking off a lot of the excess fat and ripping off this plastic membrane. If you find it hard to remove, grab a paper towel and that should help. And here are the ribs. Now, let's make this dry rub. Everyone has their own dry rub recipe, but here's all the spices I'm using and everything my parents have in their pantry. I have garlic powder and onion powder, cumin, parsley, paprika, chili powder, with the base of brown sugar. I'm adding all these to a bowl. Of course, I'm eyeing it as always, and here's how the dry rub looks. It's a bit of smoky flavors, some spice, and a good level of sweetness. Also, the slab of ribs don't fit on my grill, so I'm slicing this in half and rubbing in the dry rub. Rub this in, and I'm gonna set this inside for an hour. Alright, let's address the elephant in the room. This gas grill is not a smoker, so I need to incorporate a smoking mechanism. First, wood chips. These wood chips, when I bought them, were recommended to be used on a gas grill. This apple flavor works well with pork, so no brainer on why I'm using this for my ribs. These chips are big, dry chunks. So I have to make these foil pouches to burn and smoke the wood. So to enclose the wood, you could do what I did, fold the bottom, put the wood chips in, fold the sides in, close the top, and set aside. And make sure to make multiple of these because you're going to be replacing these once an hour throughout your cook time. Another thing, because we're not using a smoker, a gas grill does dry out the ribs this way, so I have 2 trays of liquid to prevent the ribs from drying out. You can use water or apple juice, but I have beer. Thanks, Dad. Okay, setting up the smoking environment. On the gas grill, yours should be very similar. On one side of the grill, this is going to be your smoking side. We're going to expose this side to direct heat. This is where we're going to burn our wood chips. So I'm taking off the grill grate and lighting the grill. Then I'm taking one of the wood chip foil pouches and poking in holes to let the smoke out. So smoking on a gas grill is about making zones, an indirect heat zone where our ribs go, and a direct cooking zone for our foil pouch in our beer tray. Heat the side to max heat. Place the foil pouch directly on the flames as much as possible. Once there's smoke, turn down the heat on the direct side and add the trays of beer. I don't have a thermometer to gauge the heat, so I'm going to use the one that's already installed in the grill. It's not ideal, but it'll do. I'm going to maintain a temperature of 225 Fahrenheit to 250 Fahrenheit. If it gets too low, turn up the heat. If it gets too high, turn it down. Once it's at the ideal temperature, place your ribs on the indirect side and slowly cook. I'm going to plan on cooking this for a few hours. Alright, every hour, check on your ribs. Open the grill, lift the grill grate, and take off the foil pouch. Take a new foil pouch and place it on the flames. Put the grill grate back on top, and again set the temperature up. And you do this again and again and again until your ribs are cooked. I went for 5 hours, even though I felt like that was a little too long. If you need to, add more liquid, like more beer or water in the tray. After my cook time, these are nearly ready. And here are the ribs, a bit too cooked. I definitely could have turned it down an hour or two, but they're soft, except for the bottom. I messed up here. I took a bite and it was one of the best things I've eaten in a while. Even though it's burnt, we could ignore that. Okay, corn ribs. I've seen these at Trader Joe's, I've seen them on socials, so now I feel like I have to make a video on them. I have corn cut into pieces, mind the plastic table, not a lot of stability here. In the bowl, I have the corn, oil, and some of the dry rub to add some smokiness. On a grill, I have the corn ribs and I'm searing them. Over time, you're gonna get that iconic curve shape associated with corn ribs, and that's now set. Oh yeah, I'm also roasting chicken for my lunch throughout the week, so the grill's on, you might as well. I have some ribs and corn ribs on a plate, and now let's dig in. Anyway, these were soft, really delicious. The corn ribs were good. If you need to, for some reason, smoke ribs, and you're in the same position as me, I think this process works, and I hope you try it out. Speaking of, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next recipe. So I'm at my parents' house, and I just finished grilling dog A and dog B. I think they really like the smell of pork, because I brought this back and they're like craving it. Oh god, the color looks awful. But then there's this roasted chicken I also have, which I'm also like, oh, do they like that too? So